Gonna get into game now anyway.
Yeah, pick and ban phase is underway. Second game of this best of three. Chiefs on the blue side and INTZ over on the red. Chiefs are one up already, and it's going to be a Karma and Aurelion soul ban coming away.
We're casting full Dyrus here, zero prompt, zero help from the team. We're just on our own on an island, trying to work out what we need to be doing. So there's now we're into pick and bans finally. We can see that Karma and Olaf straight away off the board, two very strong picks, and the Aurelion Soul that we saw last game. Again, Syndra is a must ban. We've discussed this all day. So we'll see if there's anything interesting or different, but right now it's pretty standard stuff. The Jhin being taken away, okay, from Macau. Macau did show up quite well on that Jhin earlier on.
Yeah, taking that away will definitely be a hit to him, but I'm sure he's got some other champions under his belt. Obviously, that is a takeaway from Raze as well. Obviously, he did have quite a proficient showing on that champion as well. So you've got to remember, if you're banning some champions away like that, you're obviously going to hit your own champion pool too.
He's obviously comfortable playing a lot of other things if that Jhin has been taken away. So that's the Zyra final ban. So we're going to see some more supports like we saw when there was 5 support bans earlier today. We saw Alistair come out. And I can't remember who was he against.
Elstar was against the Thresh today.
It was Thresh, yes.
Yeah,
indeed,
and the Rise
Thresh.
is going to be the first lock-in coming in from Chiefs, so, man.
Prioritization from Swiffer there, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Swiffer gets that prioritization pick, and he picks that one away. So having him on that Rise is already just alarm bells, really. He did perform exceptionally well on it before.
We'll see if he can pull off any good plays with that Realm Warp, trying to make any cross-map plays, make quick rotations, get his team in and out of Baron Pit, you know, the usual just new Rise things. Still broken, stay broken 2016.
Yeah, yeah, he's never going to become broken, let's be fair.
How many reworks do they have to do before they just go, let's just remove him from the game? It was a mistake. It was just a prank, guys. It was just a prank.
Taking him out.
We don't want him anymore.
Taken out a champion select as well.
Oh,
but we know Rise is going to be the pick, so we can only really speculate at this point what is going to be up next on the draft. So obviously junglers are open. You do have the Lee Sin and the Nidalee available, and I can imagine if they're going to pick, if INTZ do pick one of those, guarantee you on the other side, Spooks is going to get the other one. So if we do have Lee Sin on Revolta, bam, he's going to get the Nidalee over on the side of Chiefs.
It will be just a trade of junglers here. We'll see if anything interesting comes out, because we could again see the Zac, we could see the Lee Sin get locked out, but there is Lee Sin on Revolta and the hover of one of my favorite champions there. Oh, but he's just going to hover quite a few things here.
It's going to leave us guessing. But yeah, Lee Sin taken away from Revolta. So he did have a showing on it earlier, and we said this guy is a Lee Sin. He's very, very good on it. And he hasn't really shown up as of yet. That does mean he is going to get his hands on that one. But the priority on the Caitlyn as well is going to get taken over. And a Nami and a Kennen lock-in coming in as well for Chiefs.
Nami, that one of the strongest poke supports when you take away Zyra and Karma. So we'll see how that works out. Able to get those heals and the damage, followed with the bubble, the ult. It's really good support right now, in a really good place. So we'll have to see what the prioritization will be from Jockster, as it may well be that Alistair just trying to get some utility out, because they've run out of range supports. Now he has to dive into the melee supports.
Yeah, it's going to be the lock-in, actually. And someone we haven't seen, but been discussing for ages. We actually get to see Tockers on the Cassiopeia. So something that we've been talking about, like, why hasn't it been picked up? And maybe this is their time. INTZ do have that one in the bag, and they will take that one into the mid lane. I can only imagine what's going to go against. Oh, Rise is going to go against. I can't only imagine what's going to go in the top lane here, because I mean, we've already got Swiper on the Kennen. What does Yang want in return?
We talked earlier about when it was actually Rise picked that I thought that Cassiopeia should be locked into it. I felt like that was the more appropriate pick than the Orianna. And in fact, I believe Rise did end up winning that game. Looking at this, Cassiopeia has the easiest way to cancel Rise's ultimate. She can just put down the W field on top of him. That instantly cancels the channel. He can't do anything after that point. The grounded ability does take that away. And Kennen plus Rise, the ability to teamfight with those two coming in if they land an ultimate in the right place. And is that really?
Is that it? That is going to be a Skarner jungle in response to Revolta's Lee Sin. Gonna happen. And Skarner has been picked up every now and then, and we did see when he did get the rework that he was a very highly contested pick, but seeing it right now on 621 is a bit of a shocker.
Seeing him right now is indeed a very big shock, because we weren't expecting to see him We saw him some at Worlds. We saw H2K really play well with him, managed to get a couple games off just from landing so many picks with that ultimate into so much damage from the rest of the team. But we'll have to see what he can do here, because he may just at level 6. Wow, okay.
Oh,
at level 6, he may just roam mid lane and pull off a kill, because he can easily pull Cassiopeia into the Ryze. Ryze can W the Cassiopeia, root her in place for 2 more seconds, just kill her that way. But looks like we get knocked out of champion select again.
Yeah, it looks like they're still in a couple of technical issues, but Ghana into the Lee Sin, man. That is a matchup I didn't expect to see. I was so definite Spooks was going to pick up the Nidalee here, but it's not going to happen. We do have an Ezreal lock-in as well for Raze in the bottom lane, and Ejim is going to be on that Nami versus the Caitlyn and the Alistair. And a Yang, and we didn't actually say about Yang. Yang has actually picked up the Aurelia here as well. That was the
last pick we missed.
Yeah, that's the last pick we did miss. So he's going to take that into the top lane against Swiper's Kennen.
We'll have to see how he performs on that, because that's a matchup we don't see, and that's a matchup we haven't really seen. But I feel like Kennen should be able to win that matchup, because he's got the ranged poke. If Aurelia does try and engage on him, he can try and stun her up pretty quick. And it's a similar reasoning to what I was saying about Jace, except she has significantly less damage than Jace.
Yeah, and having that all-in potential as well from her if she's ahead just is an absolute nuisance for the back line. But she's going to have a really tough time getting on anybody on that team, because Ryze just completely stops her in her tracks. You've got Rune Prison, you've got obviously Nami as well, Tidal Wave and Aqua Prism. This is going to be a real tough one. Remember, this is 1-0 right now to Chiefs. If they win this one, they are qualified for Oakland. And if INTZ win this one, they might be able to turn it around. This could be the game. This is going to be the decider. I'm so looking forward to this one. It's going to be an absolute explosive game, especially seeing these new picks. Again. Yep, we're seeing the casters again. That aren't us. We are other people. We're doing the English broadcast of this one. Obviously, these guys are the French team at the moment.
So we just keep on looking at them, looking at the stage and so on, waiting for this game to start. Hopefully we get in pretty soon.
Yep.
Hearing the sounds, it sounds like they all just sort of spawned on Summoner's Rift. You can just about hear the sound of them spawning.
Yeah, we have no false starts. We are finally into the game. Is this the last game? You tell me. Who do you think is going to win, Chiefs or INTZ? Is going to be such a good one, and especially, man, I want to see Swiffer pull off some nice ults with Swiper as well. I mean, can you imagine the Kennen ultimate with the Ryze ultimate? Pretty disgusting combo.
It's like the Nunu ultimate with the Ryze ultimate combo.
Oh,
yeah, everybody's seen that one at this point. That's brilliant. Just the instant, like, couple thousand damage on the spot with no counterplay again. It's absolutely ridiculous.
I just want to know how Yang's going to do.
Off.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Like, timing that is pretty spectacular, considering you can see the Ryze ult coming. And I really want to see how Yang does in this top lane, because Swiper's going to give him a very, very tough time. Being arranged into an Aurelia can mean Yang is going to be a little bit behind in this early game. It's
going to be tough for him, yeah. He's going to need some jungle attention if he wants to get ahead. They're all helping Spooks at the minute get hold of these crystal pillars.
10 gold each.
Hey, some gold.
Not bad. They're up 30 gold already. All good.
Huge gold lead, yeah. Awesome.
Oh, yeah. But these junglers look like they're both starting around the top side. It's kind of starting as blue, and Revolta is up on there, starting as red yet again.
Revolta looking to get some help from Yang on the early start, taking the Krugs into red buff, whereas Skarner's just going straight blue. So there may be a little bit more damage taken by Swiper in this helping out. As they both head into lane, you can see they're both almost full HP. Most of the damage was tanked by the jungler.
Either in that matchup, it can be so fragile, because if one of them falls behind of the other, it can just be so deadly for the other party member involved. Tokka's already taking a little bit of damage from... I mean, these guys are just going at it already. Look at their health bars. Already 2/3 of HP remaining.
See the flux go out on all the minions there.
Just so much damage, and there's not really much you can do about it. You really just have to position yourself away from the minion wave.
Yeah, exactly. You do have to try and find a way to not be near some minions when that does go off. It's the same as sort of like a Tristana. Whenever you kill a minion, it will bounce off and hit some other minions with AoE damage.
Yeah, a lot of people just ignore that, and that's a lot of damage each time. It's like 50 or something. It's not a lot, but it does add up very quickly. And I like punishing people like that.
Oh, a lot of
Ooh.
damage there on Jockster early. He's going to have to chug some potions and he'll
That
be
is
fine.
really bad. He's not going to be able to combo in, possibly. And it's actually going to be a Mounted Drake, the first Drake. So an interesting one. And now Swiffer is going really low here. Tockers hits the level 3 as well. Gets the level up on that one. Swiffer and Tockers already
Spook's
really
trying
going at
something
each
cheeky
other.
here.
Yeah, cheeky. He is cheeky indeed. No wards from the red side. Revolta's going to try and mash him.
Oh, but he's getting help from Ejim here. No one else is coming to help. Alistair's going to be a bit too late, I think.
Or Acroprism, it misses. Alistair's going to come in, gets the Pulverize on Spook. Spooks is actually just flashed out of there. They're not going to go in on this. Revolta follows it in. Actually safeguards away. Exhaust down onto Raze now. He's in a little bit of trouble. Tockers did ghost in. Raze is completely caught up in a trap and he goes down. First blood already going over to Tockers.
That's exactly what they needed there. Tokka's just roaming first down, respecting the fact that his team could get the kill and there were 3 people there. He does help out, and that nets him the first blood in that mid lane, which he was falling behind on because he did leave, giving Rise that CS, so he really needed that, and that's going to potentially help him snowball this advantage.
Yeah, 400 gold he gets in the pocket for first blood. Already means he wants to go back for his tier very, very soon.
The top lane actually going even, which is not something we expected at this point in the game. It's actually very close, and Kennen has not really been able to force out the Aurelia just yet. Maybe when he gets a few more levels, he'll be able to put down a bit more damage. We'll have to see as we see the Q bounce around the minion wave there.
Oof, that damage onto Swiffer is not friendly at all. Cassiopeia, kind of a hard matchup, especially when you haven't got the consistent damage. But Swiffer, I mean, I think it's a skill matchup when it comes to it realistically. It's just how he positions himself in the wave. He is taking a lot of damage. But this bottom lane as well, extremely poke heavy coming out from both sides.
Indeed, the Caitlyn wanting to poke out, the Nami and the Ezreal, of course, wanting to poke out. But the heals from Alistair and Nami will counteract that. So it's just a case of who ends up using their mana bar first.
With the tier on the Ezreal, he should be able to sustain a little bit more. But Swiffer just pushed into his tower yet again. That blue buff transfer, obviously, Revolta giving that to Tockers, just enabling him to spam spells a little bit more often. Just made him stay in lane as well, actually. So he didn't actually go back for that early tier, which is, I don't know, I think going back after the blue buff isn't such a bad thing.
I feel like it's a bit of a waste of the blue buff because you want to stay in lane, get as big of an advantage as you can so you can back and get the best back possible. Because you just waste time with blue buff, but you can see
Gage in the
Revolta's
top
coming
lane.
out.
Yeah, Revolta is here. Safeguards to Yang. Does connect with Swiffer. Flash out from Swiffer. Swiper even, sorry. Those saves, they get very confusing sometimes. He does have a nice flash out. So he saved his flash so perfectly there, just to make sure he did get away after Yang blew his.
They just trade flash for flash, so yeah, not too much lost there. Return gank could be done by either side to try and make a play here, so it's not so much a big issue for them. They look to be just trying to make any plays now. Revolta just wanted to put some pressure, maybe push Kennen away.
Speaking of pressure, Swiffer, yeah, it might be caught, but Spook's actually to the rescue. Nice pathing from Revolta, really aggressive. And it doesn't look like Jockster is actually just going to get chased into the mid lane by Ejim. All the way from bot lane, just couldn't get away from it.
Sticking right to him. It's like, no, you come back.
Get back here. Not letting you escape. Level 4.
Keeping that cow
on
the leash.
Wow, that was a very early ultimate from Tokka actually there. And Spooks as well, just getting caught up in the fray. Swiffer not going down at all because it only slowed him an inch and he was completely out of range of his Q. Oh, nice bowl. Raptor, they're going to fight over it, maybe. Maybe both teams just faking that away. No, it's going to be left alone, it looks like.
The great fight of the Raptor.
Oh, yeah. Fight over any objective, no matter how small or how big it is.
15 gold each now, yay.
Woo, 15 gold. Yeah, that advantage.
It's so tedious.
It is.
So tedious.
But you get vision for a short amount of time, so I suppose there's not too much not taking it. And obviously, Skarner does get the buff while he's sitting in it, which is incredibly annoying.
You know how I feel about the Skarner pillars, just the way that it feels really tedious to get rid of them. It's nothing really anybody really wants to do, but they force the entire team to play around it. That's how I feel plants are. That's what I think is the problem with plants. They tried this experiment before, and it didn't work.
Didn't work. Oh, no. Well, I mean, we'll see what happens. Preseason's a little while away. With it just getting his blue buff now, so he's going to be able to sustain and build that tier up quite nicely. He's obviously going the very slow build. He's going for the rower with the catalyst with the tier. Books
That's the build
and
that you see for
Swiper.
most Rise, yeah, because the mana gives him extra AP, AP gives extra mana, and so on. That double scaling, similar to how you see Vladimir do with health and AP, really does help.
Oh, Spooks is on a ward. Sitting on a ward there. Revolta might make a play up towards the top side. Raze and EGM now just being pushed under their tower. Jockster goes for a dive though. EGM taking a lot of damage there. Actually gets trapped up. This could be Calabanet coming through. No, the heal actually
yeah.
doesn't finish him off. And Raze trading a lot of damage back. Yeah. That's the most annoying thing about Ezreal, who trades back with the ultimate. He might actually pick up a kill here. You get Miko going really low.
Forcing the heal out on both sides there. Really well played by Raze there.
Yeah,
takes an unfavorable trade and comes back. Yeah. See Swiffer maybe looking to ult down bot lane if he wants. No, they're just going to back off. I think they see the fact that the Skarner pillar went over.
There's the level 6. There's the ultimate from Swiper as well. Deleted. Yeah, Revolta wanted a tiny bit of that action, but he wasn't going to get it. That flash ultimate from Spooks is something to be respected there. Now Swifer's taking a lot of damage as well, trying to trade it back onto Stoffers. No, he might be able to get him under tower. One more Twin Fangs will do it. He flashes forward, gets the Twin Fangs, gets the kill. Nice use of the ultimate there to get the slow. Just no chance for Swiffer to come back from that one.
He got lucky last time we saw that happen, and this time he's not so lucky. The Twin Fangs instead of the auto attack. And that does end up killing him as we see the teleport come out from Yang, forcing them off this tower. That's a lot of damage though coming out from Cassiopeia, and that's why I was saying before this game that Cassiopeia is the pick that you want to pick into Rise. She can just... He's not that fast, he's got low mobility, he doesn't buy boots, he doesn't finish his boots early, and Cassiopeia does get that innate movement speed per level. So she does end up just chasing him down, landing those Qs, chaining the E's, and there's nothing he can do about it.
That movement speed is extremely annoying to face. Edom just trying to defend his wards.
Snakes don't wear boots, but apparently fish ladies do, if you look at Nami.
Yeah. Very, very fast boots. Every support seems to at the moment, especially in these kind of games, they are going for the mobility boots just to be able to get the roaming.
It was EGM on Zyra last game that did it as well.
Yeah, so it really does favour those over any other kind of boots.
I'm not sure exactly why, because he doesn't seem to actually do much with it in terms of roaming. He seems to stay bot lane, but he just prioritizes it, something he personally enjoys.
Not just skill shots better, I suppose. There's always that.
Yeah, but the thing is, you land one auto attack on something, and then you lose the movement speed.
Ooh, Spooks gonna get out safely. That speed up from Skarner as well. When he's in where the pillars are, just absolutely insane. And something like you said before, it's not something you want to be able to fight around. It seems a bit more of a chore than anything to get them. Revolta's just going to take this one, it looks like, secure a little bit of gold for himself and come back. I mean, the advantage to that is obviously you do get a minute bit of vision, so you are able to
that's the word,
spot someone out. Yeah, that is the key word, yeah.
It gets to the point, though, when you're just sitting there like, well, if I take this, they'll know I'm here, so there's no point in taking this.
That's also true. Spooks exactly knows where Revolta is. Revolta does get stunned up. Ultimate from Spooks as well. And here comes... he delivers
nice
straight to him, but beautiful kick away. He's
going to burn.
And he gets the Q on the minion as well. But Rise is going to use it. It's going to come in. Miasma's going to get popped. And Swiffer might get a kill. He does indeed. Beautiful Q to send it flying. But no, Talkers might turn this fight around. Spooks is going really low. And now Edium is joining the fight. But he's also going really low. Speeder from Cassiopeia. Double kill from Talkers. This guy is going mad off this game. An amazing headbutt pulverize coming in from Jockers as well, but now Talkers is going to get stunned up. Now Swiper is trying to get in there, and Talkers with the
quadra kill.
This could be a pentakill. I'm not sure he can get the flash or the poison. It's going to tick down. It's not going to go through, and Raze almost gives that up. Talkers getting the quadra kill at the end of that.
Going absolutely mad. Already 6-0 on this Cassiopeia. Absolutely incredible play from him. Wow, this is a clinical. Sorry, I just saw instantly Jockster buys double Moby boots, sells one, but wow, the play by Talkers absolutely incredible. That was just the chaining the Qs. That's the Cassiopeia we all know and love from seeing her at Worlds, and that's why the pros pick Cassiopeia.
And then those Qs, you're just unstoppable, and just you saw there the speed up, insane. Going to put him at 6-0. The entirety of his team's kills at 12 minutes into the game. Not bad for a Cassiopeia. Got Tia Morello's and an EDC Large Rod. And now we could say he's a little bit ahead.
That's the thing. With this pick comp that they have the ability to do with Spooks, with Swiper all working together, if they take Cassiopeia out of the team fight, that's all of INTZ's gold gone. So that does make her that does give her the target on her head, so to speak.
Exactly that, and that could lead to Chief getting back into this, but using the pressure, they are using that down in the bottom side now. Joxer's here with the Alistair, and I mean, having Revolta down here as well, he does have kick available, no flash, is going to put a lot of pressure on this bottom tower, and we'll see if Spooks can do anything about it. Ultimate available from him, and he's wandering down.
He is coming down here. We've got Raze and Ejim sitting under tower. Nami does have that wave available now. She's level 6. So let's see if they can make a play with it.
Oh, he does manage to grab Revolta. We'll see what they can do. He does use the ward hop away. So we'll be able to get out of this one. There's going to be a nice bubble. This could be the engage. Yeah, here comes the ult from Raze as well. But here comes the kite back. Beautiful two-man pulverize coming in from Jockster. And Revolta is off to the sideline still. Kick available. And both teams look like they're just going to back off of this one.
Spooks in the end, he didn't burn the flash early enough. If he got Revolta, he should have just flashed over that wall to drag him under the tower. Then had the Nami bubble instantly set up to be on top of him. But unfortunately, he tries to go around. It takes too long, and Lee Sin gets away. Meaning that nothing comes of that. They burn flashes, ultimates, get nothing out of it.
And nothing at all. And that is going to be a tower actually taken first. Brick gold going over to Tockers as well. That's going to be pretty big in favour of INTZ. The pressure definitely in their favour.
Definitely so. The Cassiopeia now 6-0. That's incredible. The Quadra kill was purely down to the fact that people disrespected that damage that she has that early. Once she's got a fair amount of mana, she can afford to chain all her skills together, and now she's coming for the gank.
Yeah, Ghost being used as well. He is not in a good place. We'll see if he can do it. Does Zonya's the ultimate from Cassiopeia. He's going so low, though. Aurelia darts in. She hasn't got Sheen, but that's still a lot of damage, and that's actually a 1v1 almost in the bottom lane. And Raze does manage to pick a kill up, but Joxer does trade that one back.
3-9, this game's starting to go out of control. That's a 1 for 3 across the map. Aurelia getting this tower, that's 2 towers to 0. And this doesn't look like something Chiefs can win unless they pull off something really special here. And it's just down to those 6 kills they gave early to Cassiopeia, unfortunately.
Yeah, she is you could say she's a little bit ahead. Very, very much in her favour. 30 as well on the gold lead. Tokka's being caught out here, actually. And no, he actually gets
finally
taken
the shutdown.
out. The shutdown comes out, yeah, and it does go over to Swiffer as well. Spooks did blow the ultimate, but securing that kill definitely something they need to do often.
They do need to do that more often. Yeah, making those picks, try and get into the game one by one. They just need to think one play at a time. Don't try and think 6 plays ahead, because then they'll outplay you. Because they're just too far ahead at the minute. You just need to think of it one play at a time. What can we do now? Now, what can we do now? And so on. Because otherwise, they're just going to get destroyed this game. It was starting to really get out of control. Hopefully that pick can get them back something, but 2 towers to 0. It's a 5k gold advantage at 15 minutes. Is this the collapse that we know INTZ so well for? Sorry, Chiefs so well for?
Well, we'll have to wait and find out. We both talk about their macro game, and they're extremely strong. And we saw it from Chiefs last game. Just this time, maybe being a bit out-macroed. Jim, nice double bubble, but nothing else is going to come of it. And Dragons, we talked about as well, being such high priority. And having this Mountain Drake as well, just no teams have found an opening to go get it.
Really want to get that on the Caitlyn, get some nice rapid-fire poke on the towers later on. But Revolta maybe just going to set up for it here, taking this crab. If they push out bot wave, they can look to go for it. Cassiopeia also rotating towards this bot lane now.
They're going to start that up, in fact.
If she goes up there and she's seen it. And Spooks is basing. He doesn't know this is happening.
He is. They're just going to give this one up completely for free. I don't even think Ejim knows it was going on. No wards, no problem. INTZ secure the Mountain Dragon, and that will be definitely a tempo swing in their advantage. Having that Drake, especially in the early game, just absolutely massive for them.
Really wanting to push down these towers as they have been so well. It's still 2-0, and now as they look towards this bot side, having that extra 10% true damage will really help them.
It's going to be another Mountain Drake, in fact, opening up the next spawn. Spooks is down here with his duo bottom lane. Joxo looking for something possibly, but now all 4 members are down here. And Spooks is just hiding in the wings, just making sure nothing goes down without him knowing about it.
So they're just going to posture around at the side, but wow, Swiper going really low.
Almost going down. Trinity Force used. No, Trinity Force acquired, and that is going to get a kill. Yang Beautiful use there, and he does flash over the wall as well, so Swiffer won't be able to chase that one. Did use the ultimate to get down there, plus the ghost to try and pick up a kill, but Yang just escapes it using the flash.
This is more of the INTZ we expected coming off of Worlds. This is the play we expected after having played against teams like the top European teams, the top NA teams.
Tokas is being picked off here. You talked about he needed to be focused, but he just flashes out, in fact. Picks up the kill on Spooks for his trouble, and this is not going well for Chiefs at this current time. 5k get deficit, like you were saying. Well, 6k now deficit. Not in their favour, and Tokas, even with that simple flash, just flashes out, trades the damage up, and boom. Picks up a kill, and a tower in the bottom lane was taken earlier as well.
It'll be even worse once they start to get QSSs pretty soon. And then they'll just be able to walk out of the ultimate completely and not have to worry about it at all. He's not so much of a threat right now, so they can maybe hold off on that for a little while, but as we get closer to the late game, maybe they want to focus on getting that buff, getting that quick silver sash as quickly as possible.
And that's going to be a big buy for a lot of these players on the side of it. It's just making sure Spooks cannot catch them out.
It's only about 2 minutes worth of kills for Tokas, so it's fine.
Yeah, exactly. It's all good. He's 7-1 on this Cassiopeia, and we haven't seen it today, and we did discuss that. And now I think we know why. Maybe they were saving it for a little pocket pick.
They could just run it down mid one by one, and then Cassiopeia will get all the kills that she's already bought QSS. That's a really big buy for her now. She can get out of this. She can get out of this ultimate really quickly without having to really burn anything. If she goes for the Captain Jack, she can literally just stand in place and not even have to worry about it.
If you're quick enough, yeah.
That's a big buy for her, and we see some players pull it off. I mean, we were watching the University League and we saw Batmani be able to do it. So if he can do it, anybody can.
Exactly. If anybody can do it, he can. Tokas is just so strong. Obviously, he has an item up over Swiffer as well. That's going to be a bit of a problem. Now, what can Chiefs really do to get back into this game? Obviously, they are 3 towers down. They've got a Dragon down as well. Dragon is spawning very soon. Obviously, the Baron is up in 15 seconds. Chiefs have got a lot of work to do to get back in this game.
They just look to have to try and make picks, but they don't really have enough to do it because there's a lot of tank stats coming out already from Lee Sin. The QSS from Tokas. We'll probably see one come out shortly from Caitlyn as well. It doesn't seem to be enough pressure across the map to be able to do it. Kennen being this far behind as well really isn't helping. He should have done better early on into this Aurelia matchup, and then once Aurelia got Trinity Force, she just snowballs ahead, similar to the way the Echo does. Except even worse because she's going to build more AD.
Yeah, that's the worst thing about it. She's just going to get stronger and stronger. It looks like she's building towards a more Man Mortius at the moment for those 2 items. Hex Drinker next. And so there'll be a little bit more of sustain against Swiffer. He is still fairly strong. Now we have to keep that in mind. He's picked up the Negatron Cloak to get the reduced damage, but I don't know if he can still stand up to Tokas.
I don't feel like he can at the minute. He's really far down in terms of the goal difference between the two of them.
No.
Yeah, it's just going to be 1v1 again.
Yeah, Yang is going to try and 1v1, but no, here comes the Room Warp. It's gonna connect, but Swiffer doesn't want to follow that in, just wanders back to mid lane. Just the threat of it there is enough to make Yang back off, and obviously the Zhonya's was blocked from Swiper as well.
The Zhonya's was well played, trying to just disengage him, make sure he can't get on top of him, get that stun off maybe under tower as he gets too cocky. Not much is going to come of it overall, though. That's the strength of the Cassiopeia right there, you can see it. She just zones off the Ezreal, makes him have to walk through the poison if he wants to put down any damage. That is the innate strength of the new Cassiopeia Miasma since the changes in the mid-season.
Yeah, and it's just such a massive zoning tool, like you said, and it does allow INTZ. They are going to start up a Baron. Look at that vision as well, coming out from them. Just vision, just carpeting the map, and they are just going to take that one absolutely for free. And Chiefs playing on the back foot here, and no.
That's the game done. Yeah.
Yeah, Swiper.
That looks like it's gone. Unless there's some really amazing plays, this looks over now. Alistair coming up with the Talisman of Ascension as well, giving his team the extra rotation movement speed. No Cloud Strakes needed now. Just get the extra movement speed from there. Caitlyn now hitting 2 items, building towards the third, which I assume would be Rapid Fire Cannon. A lot of damage still to come out from this team. They're just so ridiculously far ahead.
Yeah, and having something like Aurelia far ahead is just so punishing. And we saw it there. Viper has just not had a good game on this Kennen, 0 and 4. Jockster has been found, however. Does pop the ultimate, and he will be damage resistant just for this little time. But no, yet again, Togger's just zoning off with that miasma, just making sure no one can come up and close to their team. It's just such a strong tool, and like you said, because she's so far ahead, it's pretty hard to stop her. An insta-spawn on the Mountain Drake, and INTZ are ready for it, and they look like they're going to take the second one away from this game.
The way I look at it in the game is if your split pusher gets completely 1v1'd by theirs more than once, that's it. It's pretty much game over, because they can just sit in the side lane, press you out forever, and eventually they'll take the tower. There's nothing you can do about it. So unless some really special plays happen across the map, that's it. It's not like it's really early and they can scale up and try and outscale the Aurelia, because the Aurelia is going to have more of Melmortius completed. She's going to have these Merc Treads already. She gets the innate tenacity. She's really going to be so far ahead that I don't think she can be stopped by just Kennen. I feel like it will have to be a team effort to take her down now.
With that Trinity Force and Hex Drinker as well, going to be a lot of resistances coming out from her. And yeah, like you said, maybe a team effort's needed, but do you want to commit that many resources is the question.
No, as simple as that.
Straight up, yeah, just, no. All right, fair enough.
You don't want to commit that many things, but you have to, because if she's sitting in this top lane, she'll just take down this tower for free. And then mid lane will take down the tower if you go for her anyway. There's no way out of this. They have to engage a fight somehow and win it. But with this massive gold disadvantage, 9k now, there's nothing they can do.
You know what they do need? A swiper ult coupled with Swiffer's Rune Walk. Yeah, Rune Walk. Realm Walk, yeah, that's the one. Straight into the back line, 100 to 0, the Caitlyn, 100 to 0, Tockers. Done. That's how they win the fights. I think.
That kind of play they need, and this might be it here.
This might be it, but the instant cleanse from Tockers, yeah, this could be the turnaround, but I'm not sure it is. They just dove into the backline with a very, very fed Cassiopeia. Double kill from him, flashing forward for the kill. He's going to get the triple, and Raze is on the wrong side of the tower. He's going to get chased down, gunned down by the Caitlyn, but this game is just going out of control now. INTZ have just ran away with this one, like Chiefs did in this first game. It just seems whoever gets ahead early can just absolutely run away with it.
That's the way the meta is right now.
This is it.
Looking at it though, in summary, it's at least Chiefs have the courtesy to end their misery early. They keep engaging bad fights, so they know they'll lose. They know the game's over. They pretty much just give up.
They've given up, and that will be